You're listening to 182.3. Care what people think.
Hey, welcome back to another... You're welcome, Grace. I only started that intro for my girlfriend, which is why being in a relationship...
Okay.
Perfect topic title. Either way, I had to say, hey, it was a joke. Anyway, hello. Welcome back to another episode of the Care What People Think podcast. As you guys know, my name is Ryan. I'm here with my co-host, Will, every single week. Bro is repping the lemon grab shirt from Adventure Time today.
Bro, it's the thinnest shirt I own because it was 90 outside. We get in the call first thing, this dude's like, so that's a shirt? I'm like, bro,
it's exotic. It's dope. It shows the pepperonis on a hot day. Is that what I'm hearing?
It's Patagonia. Good quality shirt, wow. Thin shirt. Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. Either way, I wanted to just throw that out there for people that are listening because that really
that adds to the context of whatever I say. I'm talking, looking like the fucking banana man from Curious George.
Exactly. But okay. Anyway, newsflash to everyone: it's okay not to know what the fuck is going on, whether you're single or taken in a relationship. You're still your own person. We're gonna get into that with this episode. The topic is a little bit confusing, but yeah, we'll talk about it. Before anything, thank you guys so much for the recent support. Especially the numbers on YouTube Shorts. We were just talking about it before we started recording. The support is unmatched. It's so awesome to see people interacting on there as well. Like some comments are being thrown around, especially with the McDonald's plays. Like people are just saying like some crazy shit, which is true. No, I wanted to just single it out. I like the interaction, and it just makes this isn't even a job, but it makes this a lot more exciting to us. And before anything, you guys know the drill. We're going to talk about something we're most thankful for from like the past week. I actually did this at the beginning of the month and I never brought it up.
Okay.
But with my job, I was supposed to not be on the commission for this month, meaning I wasn't supposed to get my bonus for this month. Reason being is because my 3-month start date started in February 17th, meaning my 3 months would have been May 17th, halfway through the month. And they were saying, oh, well, you start getting commission in June because you started halfway through. I vouched for myself and I said, no, I'm a hard fucking worker.
I'm a hard. Pay me.
I'm hard.
I'm a hard.
No, I'm hard.
I'm hard. Come on. Pay me.
Come on. I'm hard. That ass though? I said no. I've worked my ass off for these bonuses, commission, whatever the fuck it is. And I am a valuable aspect to the team. And they were just like, well, Ryan, it doesn't usually work like that. Like, hey, we have never had anybody overridden. I'm like, okay, then tell top management that.
Damn.
And he went up to top management and got it approved. And I was the first one in the company to have, I'm the first one in the company to have
crazy.
A commission check earlier than the 3-month date. And I thought it was kind of cool because I vouched for myself. I showed how much of an asset I was. And I think it wasn't meant to be like threatening, but I could tell like they were a little scared. They were like, oh shit, this dude's going to leave if like,
oh wow,
he doesn't get paid because I'm doing a lot of work. So either way,
that's cool.
I thought it was cool.
That's lit. That's not, I don't think I've ever had experience like that. My situation's like, hey, can I have a raise? They're like, how much? I want literally 50 cents more. And they go, we're going to dock 50 cents off your pay grade per hour. Because
dad joke, they're going to raise the roof.
Yeah, but
we're
give
not
me
gonna
more
raise
work.
Your paycheck. We're going to raise the workload.
No, that's really awesome though. I don't think I've actually ever heard of a situation where that actually works out. Low key. Where you ask for the raise.
Normally not, right? But it's a smaller company. I figured, hey, I started as an intern as well, kind of working for half the paycheck that I'm making now for 3 months. So I started intern, basically made like no money. And I'm just like, guys, I need to start getting paid more. Like it just is what it is. And I think my boss especially like could tell it was Tom because I've put in the work. I've really contributed to the team, but I wanted to throw that out there. I was very proud of myself and it worked out in my favor. So sometimes asking for things is not always a bad thing. And it's scary. It's scary, but
sometimes if you ask a question, it will be answered. It's rare.
That's
But
not
sometimes-
always true. That's not always true. Yeah.
But sometimes it works out.
True.
No.
Will, why are you wearing that shirt?
What? Why are we bringing it back to the shirt, bro?
See, it doesn't always get answered.
Oh
my!
I had no clue where you were going with that. I was like, this dude is fed up on my shirt. Just fucking have it. I'll take this shit and mail it to you. Bro, when I was in college, I literally went to a party, being the only sober one, and I needed to meet people, so I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I ran into a dude doing cocaine with this shirt on, and I went, what?
Wait, was that at
What?
my party?
No, what? No. Did someone at your party do cocaine with this shirt on?
I don't think it was that shirt, but somebody was ripping a line on my oven.
That's
I literally go to the kitchen. I'm like, bro, what are you guys making? And I thought it was genuinely like cookie dough or batter or some shit. No, they're just breaking down lines.
Bro thought Coke was cookies.
Sometimes people that are stoned as fuck, all they want to do is make a sweet treat, dude.
Nah, you had the thought process there. They just had the flour, right? And you were waiting for the rest of the.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I thought they were making dough. That's what I meant to say. Yeah.
But shifting to the topic today, which
Will
is
shirt.
fucking hell.
Sorry, it's so dead. It's so dead.
So being in a relationship while still figuring yourself out. This is a complex, this isn't even like a topic. This is just kind of learning how to balance a relationship, but something that's really cool while being in a relationship. So if you're single, that fucking sucks. And stop listening.
Damn.
But
Stop listening is crazy.
I'm kidding. But no, this also goes for like just people that you're around with, because what they say, like the 5 people that you surround yourself with, that's you become like a summary of that, right? And so you get to learn when you're in a relationship, you get to learn how you function, which sounds kind of corny, but like for example, I found out when I get stressed or I want to decompress from work, I've said it before and I say it a lot, I will clean. That's like a really like satisfying, somewhat therapeutic way for me to like calm down. So if it's doing dishes, if it's like cleaning up just like stuff around the house, not like dirty, like deep cleaning, not that, and not doing laundry. I hate laundry.
Okay,
But-
hear me out. Decluttering. Boom.
Yeah. Yeah. Decluttering. That to me is like I'm making my environment so clean and peaceful that then I can be like relaxed because I'm not thinking about it. And I thought that was kind of just a normal thing, but like my girlfriend, that's not her immediate, like she will do other things to like decompress if she has a really long day from work, whether that's having her favorite snack, whether that's watching a favorite show. I get watching a favorite show, but like that to me, I don't know. Cleaning just is like the dishes I just do every day after I come home from work because I feel productive.
That's what
it's
I
not
do,
too
bro.
tense. Yeah. It's really nice.
I think it also like is a mental block in your mind. Like I don't feel okay sitting on the couch until my space is clean. Like I think it's something within my mind as well. So you got a point. And I mean, my girlfriend does the same thing where she finds different ways. Honestly, this is kind of fucked up. Sorry, Grace. Goes online and kind of binge shops and looks at TikTok and looks at products and looks at things that she should not be buying. And sometimes gets stuck in and also doesn't have the money for it. But
yeah.
That being said, a lot of people in our generation do that. I think especially females like having a lot more clothes and options than guys, I would say. So on average, like for example, I look at her closet and I'm like, how is that an item of clothing? I'm like, I have 100 t-shirts and that looks like I could wear that on my shoe. Yeah,
like, you're trying to like hang it on the hanger. You're like, where's the fucking hole go?
There's like 10 of them and I'm like, bro, we have 4 ligaments, dude. Well, we have 5, but no.
It's just cloth. It's just
literally.
Yeah. No, another thing of learning about yourself, not only like decompression wise, I have a question followed up after this. Like I throwback to, I think last year summer, I get to learn, or what I've learned from dating my girlfriend is my self standard was 10 bars below the ground. My standard, like for myself. Like
okay.
Yeah. Like I would be like, okay, what am I gonna have for lunch? Peanut butter and honey. That's all I'm eating today. What the fuck? Will, are you trying to survive or fucking enjoy anything? That should not be negotiable. And that is
Yeah.
something that I've learned because my girlfriend sat me down and was like, Will, on just an objective level, you work really hard. Fucking fuel yourself with food.
100%. So you
And
don't burn
before,
out. Yeah.
exactly. And before I was just like, I'll just not eat unhealthy. I just would not eat. Like sleep, that's my favorite snack. But that you can't, you can't really do, you
I
can't
can
really
see
do
that in like some like mom's living room, and it's just like sleep is my fuel, and coffee is
and
my
the live,
coffee
laugh,
is
love.
my chocolate. Yeah, live, laugh, love. Exactly. Exactly. It's just like, okay,
Coffee
work
is
hard,
my
don't
shit.
play it all. Yeah, it's just like, okay, what the fuck?
Um,
But no, I think you probably felt burnt out too. And I mean,
yeah,
maybe you were saving a little bit more money, but like, bro,
yeah,
is it fucking worth it? You're not living. You're not living. So you're
no, and
surviving.
that's why I was gonna say my question is, what do you do when I guess you kind of answer that. You do dishes. That's kind of like your decompression thing.
Oh,
Like if you're stressed, what's your kind of like first go to?
do I have like a day off or like from back from work?
Back from work.
Okay. I would say the decluttering thing, like no matter what, I need my space semi clean, not like you said to the touch, but like I need stuff out of the way. Then I love to go outside, take a walk, just get outside because being in the office for 9 hours a day and whether you're working out or not, you're working out indoors. I just something
Mm,
about being outside, taking a little walk, great. I also think having the satisfaction of sitting down, watching a show, and cooking. That's something you didn't
okay,
bring up. I fucking love cooking,
that's
especially
lit.
if I have energy. So like there's
That
some
part.
nights,
That part.
bro, I get back from work and I'm like, no, all I'm doing is watching Netflix and I'm snacking on chips. That's all I want to do. Other nights, I have like motivation. I'm like, oh shit, I've been kind of thinking about like Taco Tuesdays. I've been thinking about like pasta night. No, it sounds cringy, but like I like trying new things and
Yeah,
saves money and it's also not just fucking chips on the couch. So
with a
yeah,
side of
I
sleep.
find yeah, with the side of sleep. Exactly.
And then I guess my final question at this point was like, what's the most interesting thing you've learned from being in your first relationship, like about yourself?
Totally.
Because
Just
like
gonna
you
be
can,
brutally
you can,
honest.
you oh,
No,
okay,
I'm going for it.
well,
I'm going for it.
okay, great.
Time
Stop listening
alone,
right now.
time alone suddenly feels selfish.
I
Even
kind of knew
though
you were gonna say that.
it's essential.
100%.
I know for a fact that people out there in relationships, whether you're starting, whether you're in a long term relationship, feel a little selfish when you're in the other room from your partner.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. You need your fucking time. Sometimes I'm going crazy. I go, Grace, chill out.
Get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah. Hold her face in my hand, and I go, you're over there now, and I'm over here. I need my
Just
space.
disrespect to the max. You're just like, I'm too tired. I'm having a side of sleep. Go make me a fucking sandwich. Get out of my face. Like, bro's just
Respectfully. Respectfully, of course.
So it's okay
Nah.
to say it.
Exactly.
Respectfully.
No. But actually, though, I think that's a huge change. And she's been with me just like at my apartment now for a couple weeks because she's on summer break. And
Oh no.
she's going back to Jersey in a couple weeks. So I only have like this month with her, right?
Okay.
And I feel like although it's been awesome and I want to continue it, it's like I always come back from work and I just want to be with her constantly. And it's just time. It's a lot of time. It's not a bad amount of time, but yeah, it's hard to have your own time.
That's a really good answer. Just because I
What
didn't
do
even think
you?
of that.
Yeah,
Well,
I was gonna say, I don't think
well,
you really answered that.
well, like I would say that now, but you and Grace have been dating for 4 months. I probably wouldn't have said that within dating Paris for 4 months. I don't.
Okay.
I would have said something like I said along the lines of standard because I was learning about how much I put other people on a pedestal. Um, and I used to be very below, not like self esteem because like like
You're
I guess
confident, bro. You're
yeah,
confident.
with like
Yeah.
work, I don't know. For me, it's easy to visualize. It's like I work hard. Why? Because, bruh, look up my name on YouTube, and there's tons of literal examples of me
Bro
trying to
came with
work on something.
receipts.
Yeah,
Receipts.
yeah, basically. So it's easier to justify my work. But when it comes to like, I don't know, like putting, I don't know. That's just I wouldn't have said that, which is why that's a good answer. But yeah, I probably would have gone for the I would have gone for the bar for that answer. Just
Okay.
self standard.
I mean, a month ago, I wouldn't have said the answer I just said. It's because she's kind of been with
Yeah,
me and like been staying with me, and we're on top of each other a lot. And
especially
so,
that's actually really funny because that was going to be one of the topics. One of the topics that we have a little bit further down that I had was when Paris was staying over at my apartment for the first summer, and it was like you're saying, prolonged period of time. That's a big deal.
it's a
Um,
change, isn't it?
yeah, because I was gonna literally, yeah, one of the episodes, stressors of living with your partner. And so I totally understand what like that was literally me like too because she wasn't like moved in and it was during the summer. But it is like a switch up because you do feel selfish if you're like, I want to do my thing, even though we're in the same house. And yeah, definitely
Totally.
difficult to balance.
Well, another thing is you start syncing schedules, routines, and I feel like sometimes I'm in a bad mood, it puts her in a bad mood, vice versa. And I
Mm.
feel like that's not always a good thing. And I will say, if I had a studio apartment, I would probably off myself, and that's not because of her, because holy shit, I didn't have the dude. What would I be doing with the podcast right now? Hey, Grace, sit out on the balcony. By the way, thanks. With your 4 month old puppy. By the way, thank you. No, so like I think it's healthy.
Nah, you'd
Um,
kick her to the car. You make her go in the car.
no, I'd probably be in the car recording.
Respectfully.
To
With your
be
AirPods.
honest, yeah, exactly. That's not even a simp mentality. It's more the fact that like I would just feel bad. Yeah, be like Grace, get in the car, respectfully.
No, you just make her go on a crazy long adventure. Like, hey, I needed you to go to like Walmart and like Costco and like get all these things so you can be gone for like roughly 35 minutes.
Oh, and you can also go to like Victoria's Secret. Here's my card. Boom, she's gone immediately. I know she would be. So if I mentioned clothes, boom. Um. Anyway, I actually want to talk about how to keep doing your own thing. So like I know that you were talking about cleaning and stuff, but like I want to just throw out there if like they really love you, they want you to grow and not just be in their shadow. And whether it's doing the dishes, whether it's cleaning, like Will said, whatever or going outside, whatever our like de-stressors are, you can do it on your own or do it as a couple, but just know that like you don't have to put that pressure on the other person. I think that's huge for me is like realizing she is a grown adult. I'm a
Mhm.
grown adult. Therefore, I don't have to babysit her. And
That's
if
a
she acts like a baby, then like
wham
suck it
wham.
up,
Your
dude.
baby bottle. Throw
Dead
it.
ass. Yes, dead ass. Yeet. Yeet. Nah, for real
That's-
though.
That's so
Bro.
interesting you say that because there was a period where I felt like I was kind of having to be that, like it felt like I was babysitting. And
Yeah,
then I
yeah.
was like, Will, this is not fucking, not really respectful because I'm treating her less when I don't need to because she's an adult. She can do whatever. And then like I noticed that I was doing too much caring of like treating kind of like you said, like
You're trying
babysitting
to
when
make
I didn't need to.
everything perfect. You're trying to make everything
Yes.
perfect, and you got to realize that the parts of the relationship that aren't perfect are actually really healthy and
Mhm.
normal and whatever. And I think you got to realize you're a team because that's
Yeah.
huge. I don't know if like with Grace's previous's or whatever, she kind of finds it hard sometimes that you're not like fighting sometimes. And I'm like, it's okay to fight, but also at the end of the day, you're still a team. Like it should be like a good fight together,
Mhm.
not as individuals, but as a team. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, that's
When
good.
did you start feeling that with Paris?
It was a weird period that probably lasted like a week where it was like
Okay.
I again it felt like I had to I'm trying to think when it was. It might have been in like I feel like it was sometime within the last like 5 months. For like a week, I was just like I felt like it was my responsibility to take on all of her responsibility. Not because she even put me in a position or whatever. I don't know why. I just straight up got the feeling of like, hey, I want to help sort your shit out. But like that's not a healthy boundary for me to like cross really, because like I can help her, and if she wants to ask for help she can, but like it's kind of like if you are beefing with Grace, it is not my battle to then go talk to Grace for you. That's like very
Totally.
middle school behavior. That's like not my battle to fight. So like that's kind of how I was like, this isn't like I don't need to take care of her own responsibility. She's not expecting that. She's not even asking for that.
No.
I'm doing the most, and I don't know why I'm doing the most, and so I had to take a step back. Um, I that
Are
kind of relates. Oh, what
you?
were you gonna say?
Actually, no. No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say that relates to a second point, which I
Okay.
was gonna bring up
Okay.
patience. But what were you gonna say?
Cool. Right before patience, be patient. Do you feel like you have to be in control of everything sometimes? Because with my own life, I love to maximize my time doing things. I like to
Mm,
feel like I'm in control of every little moment. And I've realized in my own life that I'm like, okay, I need to chill. And then I also need to stop micromanaging other people. And I'm not saying it
yeah.
to a fault. I'm not saying I'm trying to micromanage her to a fault or you or whoever I'm interacting with. But I also took a step back and I'm like, I can always throw in a kind word and like, this is how I feel. And this is how it makes me feel, whatever she's doing. Right.
Mm,
And that's all I can do. And then I take a step back.
yeah. No, that's really good. I you wait phrase.
No, no,
Repeat
you're good.
everything you
I'll
just
ask you the
said.
question.
Didn't listen to you. Not just the question.
No, no. Basically, do you feel like you micromanage a lot of your life and other people's life to
Um,
a fault? Yeah.
Probably. That's probably what I was just describing within the last point. I was trying to micromanage what she was doing to maximize the time because I'm also someone that's like maximizing my time. Like for example, when I came home yesterday, I needed to clean and I thought, hey, let's do two things at once. Let me call my brother or call my dad and check in while I do like my weekly check in and I can clean at the same time. So then I'm doing two things. Because in my brain, just calling someone on the phone is, I don't want to say a waste of time because then it's like, oh,
I
calling one of my
agree,
family
bro.
members is, it's not a waste, but like could, I can retain the same focus being on the phone while I'm cleaning versus if I'm not cleaning and still on the phone. So to me, it's like it's just more efficient. And I think my brain more often gets caught in the lack of like be as productive as possible. And I start to micromanage. Because that was the first thing that pissed me off in my work is no one fucking cared. And like I ended up wanting to like micromanage them. Not I wouldn't follow through with it, which was good at least at work, but I just definitely know that I'm like I
Well, you
was
probably
wanting to.
started thinking that you had to pick up their slack too. Probably. You were just like,
Yeah.
okay, well, I'm trying way harder than them. And what
Yeah.
the fuck? Like, come on, get up to speed. I
Yeah.
think that's
So
just
then I
how we
just
were raised. We talk about this every episode, but we
yeah,
do.
probably.
Yeah.
But no, so moving on to patience. This is something that I definitely have learned a lot. So, okay, you ready? This is a scale. This is patience. Okay, you ready? You know how much patience you think you need? That's okay. That's this, right? You know how much
Yeah.
patience you actually need is like this much. That's not even a good comparison. It's like the
For
ocean.
the people listening, Will put
I
his
just
hands
moved.
about.
I forgot.
I
I forgot.
It's a podcast. No, no, no. But actually, though,
It's like
small
a
amount
lot.
is what
Like
you think, and a
yeah.
lot is what you actually need.
Well, it's like unfathomable. Like the
Yeah.
amount of I think social media has also kind of fucked a lot of expectations happening, like things happening so much faster. And with patience, people already don't really like being patient with things. But like
Yeah.
shit takes a long time to happen. And key patience is like, say, Ryan, you had a shit day. You had an awful day at work and you come back and I don't know, maybe Grace had an awful day or something. And like being super patient is like being able to like say she's being more vulnerable than you will be in that moment. Being patient is like, even though you had a shit, like a really shit day, you both had a shit day, right? Balancing when both people are stressed is really hard to do because you're both valid to like vent to the other person. But being patient, one person's gonna, allocate like, hey, you can share how your day went, you can share what's on your mind. That is
Totally.
something that I don't think is I don't want to say it's not teachable, but it's not something that you think about when you're in a relationship, especially if you're not in a long-term relationship, because a
Totally.
long-term relationship, you get hit with that Because like when Paris was trying to get a direct, like a more high paying job, and we had it flipped. I had a job. She was trying to get a higher paying job. And then she had a job. And I was trying to get a job before I got mine. We're both stressed for different reasons. I'm stressed because I'm like, I'm fucked financially. And she's stressed because she literally is dying at work. And then it's like, okay,
Flip flop.
yeah. And then who can
Yeah.
talk? And it's lots of patience. So I was going to say, through this patience, there are times where I'm sure you will be stressed and you won't say you're stressed, but someone could tell that you're not okay, right?
Yeah.
Do you
totally.
know, like, based on feedback from Grace or just based on, I guess, growing up, are there things that you do or someone can tell you're stressed without you just having to vocalize it? Because, like, for me, I start listing out a bunch of shit. It's actually crazy. I turn into a fucking, like, noise box. I don't shut up. Like, if I get really stressed, I come home, I just start going, like, okay, I need to do the dishes, and then I need to clean this, and I need to declutter this, but then, oh, the laundry's, like, a mess.
Okay.
Like, I start catastrophizing all the chores that I have to do, which means I'm hungry. Do you do
I
anything?
think I'm usually okay. This sounds really stupid. When I'm stressed, it's most of the time financially. Other than that, it's I'm really tired, I'm fatigued, right? And it's more like anxiety. I would say stress though comes financially, and I'll talk about that because when I'm financially stressed, I feel like I have to really, really, really cut out the expensive pieces of my life. And I'm like, hey, I don't want to go out to eat. Hey, I don't need to go to the grocery store. Hey, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna, and I know that sounds like unhealthy and stuff, but in my mind, I'm like, I need to save every penny. Like, I need to be able to pay rent. And it comes off to other people as very, what's the word?
It's probably the same as me. Or
Probably, but
it's like
I'm not
obnoxious.
necessarily. I don't. Yeah, kind of obnoxious. Yeah, I would say so because it's like nobody wants to hear that I'm not going out to eat.
Yep.
Nobody wants to hear that I'm not getting gas this week because I can't. Like, shut the fuck up, Ryan. Like, no, I agree though. It's like I don't know if that's the perfect word for it. I feel like it might be more so. Um, fuck.
I know what you mean though, because the financial
Just
one
like
is
off-putting. Like it's just like
Yeah.
you're not happy, and so it's like you're ruining everyone else's mood by doing that. And it's like, why?
Yeah.
You're
See,
fucked
that's
either
what's
way.
funny is when I'm so like with visual tasks, I start listing them. With finances, I just turn into a fucking calculator. Surprise, surprise. I literally
Same.
I'm like, okay, well, this is how much this rent is, and then I have to pay this bill and the electric bill and then the internet, and then that's gonna total this number. And if I only make this much bi-weekly, and then you make this, and we're gonna add it, we're gonna subtract it. Like I don't fucking shut up, which again is
Yeah.
very off-putting, and it's like
Thankfully, I can do that in my head, and I'm just like, all right, we're not going to dinner. Okay, we're not getting that. We're not getting that. They're not getting that. We're not getting that.
Oh, I'm trying to work
Yeah.
on not vocalizing that because I tend to say it a lot when I'm
Yeah.
like it's pretty easy to tell.
Okay. Well, no, I think that was a great question though. Does that answer it?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we're very similar. I think we have to get it out one way or the other, and people probably hate when we do it, but it is.
we're just saying the stereotype of a guy. We're just like, bro, I hate walking into the freaking men's restroom, bro. That shit
it's the worst. And the urinals? Oh my gosh, bro.
Having an M on my fucking next to my documents. Oh my gosh. Makes me feel like an idiot.
Don't get me started on the drying, the air dryers, bro. They're just ass. Dude. Just like, what the fuck? I know what you mean though. It just feels like I don't know, like it's just normal though to get it out. Like every therapist could tell you that too. Like,
yeah,
if they're good at least. Get your shit out that you need to be getting out. And if you hate me for it, then suck it up, dude. I'm sorry. I'm having a bad day.
You've heard it here first, Grace. Suck it up, dude. Quote Ryan.
Hey.
You come back from a bad day. He's just and he didn't get his money. He best believe he's gonna say I fucking forgot even what you just said. That's how fucking
suck it up, Grace.
Suck it up. No, suck it up,
suck
dude.
It up.
Suck it up, dude.
Suck it up, dude. Come on.
Dude, suck it up.
No, I think that was a really good point though. It's everybody has their off days, and patience as well as listening I think goes hand in hand, and you can work on those. People think, "Oh, well, I'm not a patient person." That's not true. You just haven't fucking acted on it. You haven't tried to be more patient. You haven't tried to listen. And I'm going to bring this into a little segue because I've talked to like a lot of my coworkers or a lot of like my single friends. Not even have they don't even have to be my friends. A lot of single people that genuinely can't hold a conversation
No shot.
other than when it's they're talking. When they're talking. And what I'm saying is they can't listen to me. Maybe I take a little bit longer with words. Maybe I'm just on the spectrum. I don't know what the fuck it is. I am just trying to say I can't sometimes get through to them and they can't even make a second for me to listen. Like, Will, you are different than most people. But right there,
Hey.
I would have been interrupted. Well, actually, like this is shut the fuck up. Let me talk, bro.
Let's have an example. Start a conversation with me.
Yeah, okay. Actually, yeah, okay.
Okay, so we're like,
no, you
let's
asked
say
me a
we-
question. You asked me a question.
Okay, so we like walk up and be like, "Hey, how's it going, Ryan?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
How's work going?
Oh man, so like, dude,
Yo,
it's just
skibbity
been a
toilet.
shit.
Like, you don't know Italian brain rot. Like, why? Why do you take so long to say that?
All right, bro. Hey, well, you have a great rest of your day, man. I'll see you tomorrow.
Hold up. I'm on.
Oh no, but like, actually,
wait,
yeah,
listen.
no,
I'm
today's
listening
been
to
like,
this video. I'm listening.
No,
to this video.
but like,
wait, can you stop talking? I'm trying to hear this audio.
bro. But like, Dom,
Bro, that's like so funny.
dude,
Do you even know
like,
who Markiplier is? That's crazy. Bro, I've been subscribed to him since like 2014.
You asked me a question, bro.
What? I didn't ask you. A
My
question.
day.
What I
my
asked?
days.
What I asked?
My day is not.
Bro,
going
can you
good
like
anymore.
like spit it out? Come on.
Yeah, I got it. I got
Spit,
you,
that's
bro.
a sex joke. Damn, you didn't even spit it. Swallow. Lol.
Bro, that was funny as fuck. You cannot tell me there's not people out there like that. That is a lot of people. I don't know what it is.
I just tried to be a Gen Alpha like 12-year-old kid. I haven't ran into many people that like interrupt that much. Like to that where it's like you don't. I get the interruption part because then once you get interrupted like 3 times, you're like, I guess I'll fucking shut up then because it
Literally.
wasn't important enough for you to hear.
Well, or they only care about their self in some way. I'm just like, guys.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it's like your corporate job you're having, or it's the single mentality and you just can't listen and you're just like all fed up with yourself. What the fuck is going on? A conversation is both ways. Listen to me and I'll listen to you. No, literally, I'm just like, dude, what's the point of you asking me a question or me asking you one if it's not going to go anywhere? Like, I don't want to listen to you fucking talk for 10 minutes. Jesus. And I don't know what it is, dude. Some people are just too obsessed with themselves, but
That's so
I don't know.
funny.
I think you made a great point. Patience.
Yeah. Well, if you are going to listen to anything or one thing throughout this episode, remember relationships are very hard, especially well, kind of like we talked about with patience, because patience is just everywhere. Patience is just something everyone can work on. Dude, there was literally a girl in my school in 4th grade named Patience.
Was she patient?
No, her name was Present. So she said her name during the roll call.
No.
I'm not even kidding.
Did you walk her? Did you see her walk past?
Come on, bro. They'd be like, Present. She'd be like, Present. And I'm like, dog. And then guess what? The next year, she left, and the girl that replaced her was named Precious. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
No. Do you want to unwrap your present? Wait, what? That's my name. What do you mean? I don't want you guys to unwrap me. What do you mean? Oh my god. Anyway, sorry.
5th grade. Either way, practice patience. It can only help, especially with social media. Everything seems to be a lot more impatient and no one can hold a conversation. But if you listen this far, then you do have patience because you listen to 2 people have a conversation that
What'd you say?
I was relatively okay. Well, remember, care what people think. We'll see you next week.
See you next week on 182.3.